Hello my dear students, welcome to Joshi tutorials on virtual classes and myself is Joshi sir handling the mathematics subject. I greet you, that is on behalf of Joshi tutorials. Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. I don't say that good night. Suppose I say good night, what you all will do? You just sleep off because it's the last greeting as such. However, here I am going to teach you people according to the reduced syllabus. 30% with the government has reduced in the existing syllabus, isn't it? So accordingly that I will be teaching you people. So the same thing you can confirm with your respective teachers when you physically attend your school classes. Is it okay? Fine. Be attentive. With an open mind, you just go through these teachings. Then something you will understand. Right? If you have locked your mind and then you hear my teaching, nothing will enter into your mind. It is as if the pot filled with the water. Suppose you try to pour it some more water into it, where it just spills out. It doesn't enter inside the pot. Right, in the same way, with an open mind, without any disturbance, please listen to my teaching. Fine. Okay, see here. Arithmetic progression. This is the very first chapter which you can see in part 1 textbook. Right? Okay, first of all, what you must know, what you mean by arithmetic progression. We can call it as an abbreviated form, that as AP. Okay, abbreviated form is AP, that is arithmetic progression. Definition point of view you must know. This definition what I have written here is, it is according to the textbook. Once you understand the meaning of the definition, you can rewrite it in any way, but the content has to be same. Is it okay? See, for example, what is the definition? What definition it says in the textbook? Here one point I want to tell you. You please understand what is the meaning of the definition. After understanding the meaning of the definition, you please by heart it. Okay? Try to reproduce as it is written in the textbook. Is it okay? But before that, you have to understand what is the meaning of it. So here I am going to just brief you about the meaning of the definition of arithmetic progression. See here, what is written? Definition: an arithmetic progression is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. The condition here in the definition you have to notice except the first term. We always in the arithmetic progression represent the first term, that is A1, which is equal to A. That means wherever you find in this arithmetic while solving progression, while solving the problems, if A1 is, that is nothing but the first term it indicates, and that is always A. Right? A is the first term, then so on, continuation. Is it okay? So here an arithmetic progression is a numerical sequence. I am giving you the understanding of it. It's a numerical sequence. So the numbers written in such a way that to get a next number, we have to add some fixed number to the preceding number of that particular sequence or to the preceding term, except the first term. It means you know the first term already. For example, you see here 2, 4, 6, 8. This is one of the example of the arithmetic sequence. Here what I say, this is what is the first term. I represent this as A. That is nothing but A1. Right. So here A, you have to add some fixed number to this first term or the preceding term. To get this 6, you have to add some fixed number to this 4. To get this 4, you have to add some fixed number to this term, that is preceding term. To get a next term, you have to add some fixed number to the previous, that is preceding is the appropriate word, not the previous term. Preceding term, right? Very next to the term which you want to obtain. Is it okay? So what is that fixed number? Okay. See here, for example, suppose A is 2 here and 4, 6, 8. This is what? First I will explain how many kinds of arithmetic progressions are there. Later on I will come back to you what is A and how to find D and etc. Is it okay? Fine. See here 2, 4, 6A. It is one of the example for the arithmetic progression. Here I say it is a finite AP. This example, what I have written on the board, it is for finite arithmetic progression. Why we say this is a finite arithmetic progression? Because here only the 4 terms they have given. That means we know the last term value here. The last term is given. The last term is given over here. That is 8 is our last term. So whenever you find the sequence with the last term, that means you have to decide or understand it is a finite AP. Okay? Fine. See the next one. Same numbers I have repeated over here. That is 2, 4, 6, 8 and so on. Means further numbers are there which need not be written. These dots indicates there are some more numbers. It means that we don't know what is the last number. Can we say what is the last number here? No, because they have not given. Okay, the last number is L. L. The last number is indicated with the letter L. Okay, so here last number is not mentioned. Therefore, we say that it is infinite AP. Infinite means we don't know what is the last number. If I write the next number here as 10, that won't become last number because again dots appear over here. Is it clear? Sorry. So this is what is the example for infinite sequence of arithmetic, that is arithmetic progression. Okay, now here see, come back. I hope these points are clear. At this juncture, one more point I want to give you understanding. Whatever I explained here on the virtual classes, if you have some doubts, please make a note of this in your doubt on your notebook, and you can contact me on the WhatsApp number which you know already. Then I will clarify your doubts. Okay? Fine. Or else you can even call me and then I will just guide you. Is it okay? I will clarify your doubt on phone also. Fine. You see here, next to this point, A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, even I can write here A plus 4D and so on. So what is represent here? This may be for 1 mark in your final exam, maybe for 1 mark, or it may be for even objective question. So please make a note of it. So how they may ask? In 1 mark question, they'll ask you the questions, write the general form of arithmetic progression or write the standard form of arithmetic progression. So in that case, what you have to write? You have to write A plus D, A plus 2D and A plus 3D and so on. If you don't write these dotted lines, you may lose half marks. So you have to be very precisely, you have to mention the general form of arithmetic progression. This we call as a general form or standard form of arithmetic progression. Do you follow this? Is it okay for you? Fine. Here, little explanation is needed. What is it? Here A represents first term. I have not written here because of the space problem. I will rewrite it again, just I will write it out. Here A, it indicates the first term. You see here, first term, that is nothing but our A. Then what about D? This D represents common difference we can say, or else it is a fixed number. How we have to obtain, how we have to calculate the fixed number, that I will tell you later on, right? But here only the terminology that is involved in this general form of an equation, that is the arithmetic progression. I am just giving you little understanding. Okay, so here A indicates the first term and D indicates the common difference, or else you can even say it is a fixed number. And you have to make a very important note that the value of D, what is it? The value of D when you calculate in the given sum, when you calculate the D, I will teach you the calculation point of view, please. So here when you calculate a D in a given question or an equation or an arithmetic progression, D value, it may be positive or it may be even negative. It may be positive or it may be negative. Even it may be 0 also. Understood? The D value may be positive. The D value may be negative. The D value may be 0. Is it clear? Okay. So here, suppose the D value is 0. What that particular arithmetic progression is called? Example, we just see here 11, 11, 11 and so on. First term is 11, second is 11, so on. Whatever the numbers that if I write further, all are 11 only. Okay, see here, the calculation of D. Always the calculation of D, I will give you the list of formula. That is the D can be found out. That is the term, second term minus the first term. You can write A2 minus A1 or A1 minus A, because here A1 is nothing but A, first term. You see, what is the first term here? Here A2, second term is 11. Minus, what is first term? Is 11. What is answer here? 0. That means what? D value is 0. Suppose the D value is 0, then that arithmetic progression is called, constant sequence. What it is? Suppose the D value is 0, that arithmetic progression is called constant sequence. Make a note of this. Important is again for objective question or 1 mark question. How the 1 mark question can be asked? Give an example for constant arithmetic sequence. Then what you have to give? You must see that D value should be 0. In that way you have to write the arithmetic progression, that is numerically that arithmetic progression. One more thing here I would like to give you at this juncture is, whenever you write or give an example for arithmetic progression, minimum 3 terms have to be written. How many? Minimum 3 terms have to be written. 4 suppose you write, no problem, it is fine. But less than 3 is not recommended. You will lose the mark. Is it okay? So minimum 3 terms you have to write to represent the arithmetic progression. Is it okay? Fine. Now you will see here. How to calculate D? There are several formula. Now see, you came to know what is A, you came to know what is D, and you came to know what is a finite arithmetic progression, and you all learned what is infinite arithmetic progression, and also you all learned what is the definition of arithmetic progression. Now the list of formula I am going to give you. What are the formula that comes in this particular chapter? Now here are few I have written. After this I will rub and write the some more formula which are not there in the textbook. Is it okay? Wait, see here. D is equal to, how the D can be calculated? There are 3 formulas to calculate the D value. That is common difference, that is fixed number. A2 minus A1, that is second term minus the first term. Even you can calculate D, D is equal to A3 minus A2, or you can even calculate D as A4 minus A3. That means the number and minus the preceding number. That will give you the D value. So this is one formula to calculate the D. The second one is AP minus AQ, whole thing divided by P minus Q. Here AP, that means here AP, the differentiate, we have used this term P and Q. When this formula has to be used, this formula has to be used when a sequential terms are given. Sequential terms are given means 2, that is first term, even second term is given, serially the terms are given, first, second, third, first, second, third. Like when serially the numbers are given, you can use this formula to calculate the common difference. When serial numbers are not given serially, example, here, example, 2 is given, first term is given, Instead of giving this 4 and 6, you have already given, this is gap here, directly 8 is given. So in this sequence, A is first term, this is what? Fourth term. So in the question, how they will mention it? The first term of an AP is 2. The fourth term of an AP is 8. What is the common difference? This is how for 1 mark it will be asked. So in that case, which formula? I told you, this has to be used when serially the numbers are mentioned. When the numbers are not mentioned serially, see the first is given and fourth is given. The second is not given, the third is not given. In that case, how the D can be calculated? The D can be calculated using this formula, wherein this AP indicates, this we call it as AP, the last what they have mentioned, and this A1, this AQ we call for AQ. Okay, so here AP minus AQ divided by P minus Q. Here AP, what is the AP value? 8 minus AQ, what is AQ value? 2 divided by, what is this P and Q? P is what we have taken AP as this. What is this? Fourth term. So this is divided by 4 minus, what is this Q? Q what we have taken as? This is first, isn't it? So this is to first term. That means here it is first. So 4 minus 1, it is 3 here, and 8 minus 2 is 6, 3 ones are, 3 twos are. So our D value in this particular example is 2. Don't be confused yourself, don't be confused. So just to give a brief explanation about the formula when to be used. When an example comes, it will be still more clear to you. So D is equal to AP minus AQ divided by P minus Q. Now this is the third formula wherein it is used to calculate the D. D is equal to AN minus A divided by N minus 1. This N indicates the number of terms. AN indicates the nth term. A indicates the first term. Okay? Fine. Now here you see, very important formula in this chapter. AN is equal to A plus into bracket N minus 1 bracket close D. This is what is called as nth term. See, to find out the nth term in the given sequence, we have to use this formula. More frequently, this formula will be used in this throughout these exercises, whatever you find in this chapter. A plus into bracket N minus 1 bracket close into D. This formula is called nth term. To find the nth term, we use this formula. So this is nth term formula. Even this may be asked for 1 mark. Write the nth term of the sequence so and so. Right? Or a formula also they may ask you. This is what you have to write the formula. Right? This is what is the next one. Sn is equal to n divided by 2 bracket into bracket 2a plus into bracket n minus 1 bracket close d, and this is one formula. The second one, Sn is equal to n into bracket n plus 1 bracket close divided by 2. Third one, Sn is equal to n by 2 into bracket a plus, this is L, this is L, last term. All these three formulas are used to calculate sum of the given terms. So I have written summation formula, that means to find the sum of the given arithmetic progression. Any one among the three has to be used according to the question. So these three things you will come to know when the question is given, and when I am going to solve the examples, you will come to know when these formulas can be used. Just to brief you people, here you see n is known, that is the nth term, what is the last term, or how many terms are, n always indicates in the arithmetic progression how many terms the arithmetic progressions are involved, whether 2 terms are given, whether 3 or 4 or 9 or 10 or 15. Whatever the number of terms are involved in the given arithmetic progression, that is indicated by letter N. Then A is the first term, N again is the number of terms given in the arithmetic progression, minus 1, and D is the constant term, or we can say the common difference. Here, this is what is generally we have to use this formula. Okay, in most of the cases, probably in the third exercises where the sums are given to find out the sum of the given expression, that is AP, we have to use this formula. Now this is one more formula can be used. When this formula can be used, this formula is particularly used to find out the sum of the natural numbers. What is it? Sum of the natural numbers. Then this formula has to be used. These all they may ask even for 1 mark, even for some objectives also. This one, Sn is equal to n by 2 into bracket A plus L bracket close. When this formula has to be used? When we know in the given question, that is number of terms, first term and last term is known. Then we can use this formula to find out the sum of that particular arithmetic progression. Now this is one more formula. Sn minus S into bracket to the base, I say. S to the base into bracket n minus 1 bracket close, which gives us An. To know this term, for example, you see, when this has to be used, I'll just rub little bit, this I'm going to rub it and show you how this formula is useful to us. This particular formula, I'll take this example, or this, it is same, right? I'll take this example. Here we'll calculate what is the sum of this. Sum, S stands for summation, as I have told you. 4 terms are there, right? 4 terms are there. What is the sum of these 4 terms? Generally we will do it. 6 plus 4 is 10 and 8 plus 2 is 10. So 10 plus 10 is 20. So what I say here, S4 is equal to 20. S4 means what? S stands for summation. This 4 to the base indicates up to 4 terms. The sum of these 4 terms is 20. Okay. Now what I do here, sorry, sum of these 3 terms I will calculate. What is the sum of these 3 terms? These 3. These 4 we have calculated. Now 3. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. So this is S3. S3 is 12. Now I will apply this formula. See here, n minus 1. What we have calculated? We have calculated here 4 terms, up to 4 terms. So here it is S4. N is 4. That means here S4 minus S3. 3 how we got? N is our 4. N minus 1. 4 minus 1 means 3. So this is 3 here. S4 minus S3 is equal to, what is our S4 value? 20. So this 20 minus, what is S3 value? 12. What is this? 8. 8 is which term? 4th term. So what we have used here? S4. Understood? So this is what is the formula we have to use to find out in this way. Rarely this formula will be used. Okay? So pause a little while. I'll just drop this and give the list of another formula.